We're live, baby. Let's go. What's up, people? What's up, people? Forget the waves. I'm going into what? I'm here, though. Singing Smashes here. Hello, hello, Oricus. Here we go. Catherine, it's time. Claudio, you're right. It's time to, yes, rock and roll. Hello, folks. Love all the different types of greetings, y'all. Let's go. We have a clean, pure, and simple Q&A live stream, y'all. Q&A live stream. There's some stuff there I could announce. I'll save it for the next one. You know, I'm back in the office from all the different craziness that I talked about last week with all the Gen Con stuff. But it's been really great to settle back in here, focus on some DC20, and start making some stuff. Fighter changes, big fighter rework in the mix. Just saying. Got a little sneak peek action going. The patrons got a little sneak peek action there. The box is still there. The box is there. We're outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan, the box is still there. We're just outside of it. We keep it there to remind ourselves where the box is and how we are outside of that box. So what's up, everybody? So yeah, this is the, I didn't do the thing. Boom, there we go. So how these live streams work, welcome everybody. These are just regular old Q&A live stream. So in a couple seconds, if you have a question, type it out. Don't send it yet because we're not taking them until I call for it. But this is the live stream goal. At the end of every single live stream, no matter what, I always do a DC20 giveaway. If you don't have a copy of DC20, you can get it that way. And if you already have DC20 and you back the Kickstarter and other things like that, I throw in some extra bonus rewards and all of that good stuff. And yeah, it's clean as that. And if we hit the goal here, that happens no matter what. And if we hit the goal, I do a Die Hard Dice giveaway for a $75 gift card of Die Hard Dice. That's always the thing there. And anyone that super chats becomes the boss and gives the little thing. And you can also do memberships, as Aegis Virium just gifted 20 Dungeon Coach memberships. You're going to see a bunch of green names in the chat. Aegis Virium is making it rain. Let's go. What's up, Jordan Carr? Jordan Carr, wait a second. That name sounds so familiar. Is that the Jordan Carr I know? That's crazy. Hydration check. Thank you, Edward. Yeah, that's how dehydrated I've been. So, woo, here we go. And I just got this back. I haven't had this back in a while. I found it. So I lost it, but I found it. We are good to go. Now, let's go ahead and ask them questions, y'all. Ask the hashtag question. If you have any questions, DC20 questions, Game Mastering DC20 question, Monster questions, Beta questions. I almost said Alpha. That was weird. We're in the alpha now, baby. So anyway, so yeah, ask them questions. My moderators, if they're here, I haven't seen a moderator. And if they're not here, we're just, Wolves. There we go. Wolves is here. Thank God. And then, yeah. Let's go. Reaper of the Truth just ran their first DC20 one shot. So much fun. That's awesome. That's awesome. Rum and Wolfie are here. Nice. Super sick. Love it. So, and I already see a bunch of questions. So I'm gonna try and be the most efficient I've ever been at answering questions. We'll see how that goes. So I do love answering questions. I do love being probably too thorough. Maybe that's the teacher in me. I don't know. But without further ado, let's go. I am ready. Wolves is ready. Let's go. Here we go. Aaron Starglider. Question: can players multi-class? And if so, would it be possible for a character to take multiple subclasses in a given class? Yes, Aaron Starglider. Multi-classing is what you can do with talents at levels 2, 4, 7, 10, and all through prestige levels 11 through 20. You get a talent. And with this talent, you can get a general talent, you can get a class talent, or you can do a multi-class talent where you can go backwards one level or two or so and go shopping and go steal one class feature from another class. And that's basically multi-classing in DC20. So if you are level 2 and you're a druid and you really liked the concept of Wizard's Arcane Sigil and you want to combine that with your Druid Grove and you think that'd be cool to have stand on stuff and enhance stuff and you want to flavor it around a druid, absolutely. I just made up that and it just sounds awesome. So yes, you can absolutely do that. And yes, multiple subclasses will be a thing as well. You do have to have enough class features in that class to have a subclass from that class. There's a little bit of requirements as far as that goes. And a class can also get multiple subclasses at higher enough levels and stuff. So heck yeah, baby. Heck yeah. And we got some super chats coming in. So Curly Bolt, appreciate you, Curly Bolt. Good evening, everyone. Alan, the hag fight went amazing last week. Yes, Curly Bolt. I met Curly Bolt at Gen Con, and we talked about a hag fight with some tomfoolery of mind controlling players and how you can do that in DC20 with it still feeling good, and it went amazing. I now have closure on that moment. Thank you there, Curly Bolt. I love that. I love to hear it. And then Jacob Buckland Stewart with a super chat. Appreciate it. Avenue Studios is still loving DC20. Thank you for letting us be a part of it. Let's go. Let's go. I should be sending out some more influencer stuff here once some things get going, just with an update as far as how 0.9 is going to be a big update. So I'm going to try and give some influencers a heads up on if they want to start doing anything with that, or if they're interested in what's going on, a little sneak peek stuff, you know. So I see you, Avenue Studios. I got you. Appreciate you for being a part of it too. Let's go. All right. So back to the questions. Where are we at? And Aaron Starglider got that question. And then Jonathan Hickston. New member, let's go. Thank you for that question. Can you give us an example of a class talent? So a class talent. A class talent. So currently, the best example I can give you of a class talent is if you look at the current classes in the game right now, in the 0.8 version, and if you look at level 2, every single class has 2 class features and a talent. Those 2 class features, a little sneak peek here. What you're supposed to get, like in the 0.9, is what you'll get is you will get 1 class feature and 1 talent. That's what you're supposed to get. Because if you look at it, at level 1, you get basically 2 class features and a flavor feature. And then at level 2, you get 2 class features and a talent, which is another class feature. So that's 3 feet. Ooh, right? So level 2 is purposely a play test right now. And this is kind of an announcement. This is kind of a big announcement here, y'all. It's just kind of slipped through the cracks here with Jonathan's question. So the 0.9, in fact, I'll just show it in an actual class here. I'll do, here we go, boom, and then we're gonna go fighter, and then, oh, that's actually an even more of a sneak peek. So we're gonna hold off on that. Here's what we'll do. So here's what the 0.9 wizard will look like, right? So we have the wizard, level 1 class features, we have a class feature, we have a class feature, and we have their spell book. Awesome, cool. At level 2, we have prepared spells, arcane points, and a talent. Timeout. This is too much at level 2. I knew that when publishing it, and I also knew we needed class talents. So here's how this works. This is what it's gonna look like. Now this makes me scared to do this because it's the master document, but that's what it's going to look like at level 2, right? So at level 2, you will have prepared spells and you get a class talent. I think, one, that's overall better for the game. It's less power bloat. It's less extreme power creep and scaling. It's just like level 1 to 2 is a huge jump. You get 3 class features. Oh my God. 2 class features and a talent. Oh my God. All right. So, the original intent and the overall goal, what, one second, wife texts? Okay, cool. So all class features will get a control Z. There we go. Okay, and it's back. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, but this will become a talent, right? So this will become a talent. It'll move on down to wizard talents, and it will be a talent right here, right? So that's how that will go. So you already right now see some class talents, and technically every class has 1 class talent right now, because that will just be moved to a class talent, and you could spend your talent on that. But right now I wanted to give everyone more stuff. Thank you for the hydration checks. Ha. There we go. My product placement is perfect tonight. Product placement. What? This? Merch is coming. Stay tuned for that. I'm still working out some technical difficulties, but stay tuned for that. So there we go. Thank you for the hydration checks. I really did need that. And then, okay, we'll caught up there. So that's a good example of what class talents will be. Every class will have 1 right off the bat. There you go. And then Logan, what's up? Several of my players have asked me why there is such a heavy hand in intelligence. Just wondering why intelligence is so much under it compared to other stats. Oh, knowledge. That's it. And that actually kind of might change as well in a 0.10 or 11 as far as how those are organized or categorized. If you take all of the knowledge-based skills and take them out and then look at it, it'll be even again, right? So I almost want you to think of those knowledge-based skills kind of like trades. The trade of like learning a bunch of stuff about nature, the trade of researching a bunch of stuff about arcana, the trade of studying a religion, the trade, you know what I'm saying? So they aren't as much skills as they are like knowledge skills, which is also why they're treated differently. So that's why intelligence has so many because those don't impact the game in as big of a way as something like athletics, acrobatics, stealth type stuff does, right? Even influence, right? There's so many the skills that are just more heavily weighted, right? But that's why, Logan. And that's also going to have a little bit of a change, sneak peek thing that's going to maybe happen in 0.10 or 11. So stay tuned for that. But heck yeah, there you go, Logan. Just watched Deadpool versus Wolverine yesterday. Amazing. Freaking amazing. So anyway, Logan, I saw Logan. I was like, wait a second. So there you go. Shade of Icarus. A fantasy I've loved as a druid shapeshifter who primarily spends their time in combat shapeshifted and it drops out to cast. Now wild form seems anemic. Wait, anemic. Yeah, now wild form seems anemic. Will it get techniques and maneuvers? So the current wild form of what you're talking about, right? I would say seems anemic, and if anyone else is, I'll rephrase anemic as just like weak and fragile, right? So the new wild form seems weak and fragile. And baseline druid, level 1 druid, yes, I agree. That's where it should be. You get a full new health bar, you get new abilities that you can custom command and pick on the fly. It's still powerful in my opinion. I don't think it's weak by any means. It's very good, I think. But for the class fantasy you're wanting about being able to shapeshift and shape out and shapeshift and back, like that 100% is going to be a naturally scaling. The feature will get better over time as you level already, right, as far as the potency of that form. And there's absolutely going to be a subclass that revolves around shapeshifting as well, and talents and this and that. So I mean there's going to be plenty of things, and there's certain things you can cast while in your wild shape form too. So I think druids are going to be taken care of in that way. But the feature as a baseline feature just ultimately can't be too strong, right? Because it's a level 1 feature and you can shapeshift. It's already, there's so much utility in that. It's insane. So there you go. Later, Tia and Tori. And then Alien Romulus. What was Alien Romulus? Okay, interesting. And then next question. Slit. How was Gen Con? Well, I hope. Oh, Gen Con was phenomenal. I had the last live stream was the entire story of the Brendan Lee Mulligan thing. I've chopped it up and edited it down. It's going to be a video on the channel next week. So there's that. And then there you go. Next question. Magic Pictures question. Will there be any way to make cursed magic items similar to making customized magic items? Yes. There is essentially a negative trait. There are going to be cursed traits that you can add to magic items, and certain cursed traits will have a positive and a negative in one, and it'll be like 0 pointer, right? It won't be a helpful or harmful because it's both, right? And they kind of balance each other out. And then there will be some drawbacks of cursed weapons, or whether it be like you get mind controlled, or you lose health, or you have disadvantage against this, or you're vulnerable against radiant damage, something like that, right? There will be certain things like that. And when you take that, it's a negative point, and then you have a bigger budget to be able to buy, more magic items. So yes, that's absolutely in the picture as well. Liam, what's up, Liam? So class talents are less like feats and more like optional class features. Liam, well done on the description, Liam. Yes, that's exactly what it's like, Liam. Well said. If I'm correct, this means each class has a choice in features they can pick from. This makes classes are customizable as weapons and ancestries. There you go. Yes. Liam, I thank you for that super chat, because you just explained it better than I did. So well done, Liam. Yes. And then Shade of Icarus with a super chat. First time super chat. Thank you. Honestly, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you. I didn't want the shapeshifted game. I attacked twice and in my turn, so I'm excited to see where it's going now. Oh, and one part of Shade's question is techniques, maneuvers, all that kind of stuff. Yes. By the way, that absolutely is going to be a thing where you can be able to start to do stuff like that while in bear form and bear form. There's my World of Warcraft showing. In wild form or whatever. And Shade of Icarus. If you like that, just wait for the Shifter class, bro. There's a class called the Shifter, and it is a martial class that shapeshifts. That's literally its whole jam is the shapeshift, and it's freaking awesome. So I think you might not even play on that. You'll be just playing this, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's awesome. Cool. Appreciate that. Austin Drew question: will DC20 have a crafting system in the core rulebook? In the core rulebook, let me see how I can phrase this. In the core rulebook, there will be a system within the downtime system that will address crafting in a big picture general sense. But I do not think that a intricate, actual, full-blown, fleshed out, nitty-gritty, whatever crafting system has a place in a core rulebook. That is 100% a supplemental material, and that supplemental material is also slated to be part of the magic item expansion, the crafting system, the artificer, the constructs, the building, like all the type of stuff with building and creation, which I feel like Artificer is a part of. Yes, crafting system plus Artificer, Tabletop Phoenix, 100% nailed it. So yeah, supplemental for sure. And then there's that. Swordplay and Sorcery, what's up, brother? Any updates on the digital character creator? Let's go. So the whole thing I've always said since the beginning is no dates. And I am not going to lord over or constantly poke and hey, I'm going to create DC20 and focus and put all my time and energy on that. The development team, the digital dev team, are currently a bunch of volunteers, which we're setting up all the different type of stuff for what this thing becomes, and then being able to have them be compensated to be able to grow things and be able to progress that further, because the digital dev team was the newest addition to the team, and then all this stuff happened and went crazy, and they're still kind of working on things there. So I don't want to be like, hey. I'm super understanding with what and appreciative of anything that they're doing, and they're making progress on it every single week. So that's as much as I can say, because if I were to do anything more than that, then I'd be spending time away from making DC20 to be able to try and like micromanage the dev team and all that kind of stuff. So they're just doing their thing, and I'm excited for the pieces that I do get to see. And so far, honestly, the biggest technological advancement has been the Foundry system. Bailey Wiki just posted a whole thing on Foundry, and dear God, they are the front runners as far as that's concerned. They have taken that ball and literally sprinted with it. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, there's already a module for DC20 on Foundry. Yeah. Foundry, it's a full thing. So yeah. Foundry is killing it right now. And they're working on, it's a free system. It's the 0.8 is free on Foundry. And that's going to be the thing. Hey, Agile Monk, 10 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, Agile Monk. Thank you for that. And all the people get there's the yep. Love for the community who makes this all possible. Yes, Agile Monk, the deep bow goes to you, brother. Absolutely true. This is the community that y'all are the reason, baby. Y'all are the reason. And Patrick, yes, Patrick was absolutely killing it. So heck yeah. And then Nagult, the monster stat block creator is in the works as well. That's another resource that is on the docket for sure. I think that'd be so helpful. Next up, hydration check. This is such a great community. Absolutely agree. JP Nobody, question. Will there ever be solo RPG in DC20? Honestly, solo RPG has been one of the things that I've been the most fascinated by recently, from looking into it. 'Cause so at the onset of DC20, I had zero plans to do a solo RPG module or whatever that would be, right? I had no interest, but then people kept asking about it, so I looked into it. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. You know what? Yeah. So there are people that have shown interest, and I will be having somebody make a solo thing, and that will come out for sure. That will for sure be a thing that is there, right? So yeah, I'm excited to see that one too. So yes. Zane Taylor, question: are spells or subclasses coming first? Subclasses, because we gotta level you guys up. You know what I'm saying? We've been at level 2 for too long. Level 2 for too long. You know what I'm saying? So right now the spells, in my opinion, I want to go do spells. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things that I want to do with spells, and that's just such a crazy thing. But I think what's best for the health of the game is subclasses first, because then that lets everybody level up to level 4. And we also still don't need to add spells yet, because even the spells that are currently in the game, all of them have spell enhancements. And at level 3, your mana spin limit becomes 2. and now you can spend twice as much mana per spell, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So every spell has an enhancement, so technically there are spells at higher levels as well, but y'all just haven't been able to access them yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yep. I'm running my first DC20 one shot right now. Your throbbing member. Wow, that is quite a name to read out loud slowly. You focus on your game. Well, you're on the live stream while you're playing DC20. That's wild, and you're running it. So how are you doing this? I don't understand. That's funny. All right, next question. And then wait, Marcus Vinicus, dude, Marcus Vinicus, you sound like a freaking gladiator in the arena that's about to just freaking own everybody. What's up? Welcome to the team. Thank you. And then Dougster Morales. Wait. Liam also super chat. Liam says 10 days till the end of the month. Sneak peek at next DC20 magazine. Liam, just because you said that, sure, why not? Why not go and pull up the secret master document of the of September's playbook here. Where do we want to show this at? There we go. I think this will be a good thing. So Liam asked this, and I'm gonna answer this one. I'll answer this one, and then I also need Dougster. So hold on, let me answer Dougster first. I already downloaded DC20 from Foundry. Oh, thank you very much. I just wanted to say thank you. Dougster wanted a super chat just to say thank you for DC20 being on Foundry. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you for that. Hathathan, at work, we're just stopping by for a second. Subclass hype. Yes, subclass hype is right. The live stream, the patron live stream tomorrow is going to be going over the phase 2 out of 4. We're working our way through of some subclasses and showing the way the cookie crumbles. The bacon in the oven, how the cookies are baked, baking the lasagna. I don't know what the phrase is. And then Chronosphere, any idea when or if DC20 Beta will be put on roll 20? If it already is, I know my perception sucks. So the thing with roll 20 in DC20, is DC20 is going to be on Demiplane. DC20 is going to be on Demiplane. Demiplane and roll 20 just merged, right? So it's gotta happen at some point, and I'm saying that based off of speculation. But whenever I did the whole thing with Demiplane, which I just had a meeting with last week, and they're getting the ball rolling. I just sent them the files. They are working on putting DC20 into Demiplane as we speak, which is crazy. So Demiplane, they said that we will not be integrating DC20 into Roll20 because. And then that's all they could say, and then they couldn't say anything else. So I literally don't know anything else. My only speculation is if Demiplane and Roll20 merged, then any amount of effort and time spent to implement a full-blown game system into Roll20 would be wasted time because Demiplane is already going to be that. So in general, I'm going to be saying my speculative thoughts is yes, DC20 is going to be in Roll20, but we have to wait until they figure out whatever sort of Demiplane integration with the VTT is. And I had a meeting with Roll20 last week where the character sheet and getting some things and be able to kind of do some stuff in Roll20 as far as having a character sheet in there and working on some stuff in that way as well. So stay tuned for that. And then, in fact, I'm going to make a note right here. I have a Roll20 on Friday. I have a Roll20 thing. I'm going to put Explore plus get update on character sheet. So I'm putting stuff on my to-do list right now just from these questions. I love it. So then Brian Trump. Whoa. Brian Trump, 32, never played TTRPG. Saw the Kickstarter, fell in love with the game. Community and you. Saved up, got the digital tier, 4 days, hydration check. What? Brian Trump. Guys, that super chat, that was the most efficient super chat I've ever read. That was wild. I got taken on a journey all the way through Brian Trump's thing to in there, and then hydration check, which means I know you're a freaking part of this community because you know about the hydration check. So here's for Brian. That's what's up. Brian, that's what's up. Let's go. And I'm telling you, if you've never played TTRPG, Just buckle up and tell some stories, man. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool. Welcome to the community, y'all. Welcome to the hobby. You know what I'm saying? Heck yeah. I love that. Half drunk OJ. As a video game dev, what would be your ideal video game adaptation of DC20? MMO, open world with a single player RPG, something similar to Baldur's Gate, something else? Congrats on everything. Good luck. Now, my answer to this question is heavily biased because of my World of Warcraft background, which I won't get into. So my answer would be World of Warcraft, MMO. My answer would be an MMO, is what I would think would be so sick and awesome and cool. Playing together with people, classes, talent tree, building out your, oh man, that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Yeah, but how would that actually pan out, and would that convert and all that kind of stuff? Probably not. It'd have to probably be more so like a Baldur's Gate type situation. But my brain is already kind of churning of what that would even look like. So that's awesome. Thank you for asking that question, just for where my mind went. And then, yes, I am going to give the sneak peek for what the next DC20 magazine is going to be once I get caught up with the super chats. We're planning on displaying all the arenas you're gonna win Ennies. Where are you planning on displaying all the Ennies you're gonna win next year? That is a wild thing to think about. Shadow Dark had a crazy run with the Ennies, well deservingly so. I talked to Kelsey. She's amazing. We have similar stories, so that was really cool at Gen Con. But yeah, we talked about that too, about like, man, and I didn't even think about that. It didn't even pop into my head until we had that conversation. Someone else had that conversation then. So yeah, I don't even know. I'll have to make some shelf space, I guess. Shoot, I don't know. Shoot. And then Liam, you should talk to a tabletop mirror. You should talk to tabletop mirror. Is that like a channel? Tabletop mirror? You know what I'm saying? Is that a channel? I don't know. What is that? Yes, I'm going to go to Gen Con 2025. I'll be at every Gen Con every year. No worries there. All right, so here is the sneak peek of the next DC20 magazine. If you're unaware, every month on Patreon, on the first of the month, I drop a new DC20 magazine. It's just $5. It's the entry-level patron tier. All patrons get it. Basically, the first volume was the Scion class. Ooh, crazy. Scion class and the Cyborn ancestry. Get a little mind messery, right? Second volume, volume 2, was the magic item custom creation system. Super cool, super kind of showcase of how you can make magic items. You can make a ton of magic items, 100-something properties, crazy. And then the third volume, which drops in 10 days, is going to be how to run level 0 in DC20. And we're actually taking it up a notch here too, because it's not just level 0, right? We're going to have level 0 covered, but we're also going to have a novice character, which would be level -1. Level, you're not even a level. Like a level 0 character. Well, I'm going to have a video about this. This will come out. I'm not going to get into this. Is the sneak peek, okay? No, this is the sneak peek. A level 0 character is you still pick a class. You still will have mana and stamina in some way. It's just going to be a very, very, very simple level 0 character. This would be to play people who have never played TTRPGs before. You want to play a super simple situation. You want to do something that's absolutely wild, awesome, easy. That is level 0. You still pick a class. Little bit of a sneak peek here. You only get one feature from that class. So if you picked Wizard, you would only pick one of their 2 features. Let's say you pick Arcane Sigil, you would only have Arcane Sigil. That's it. You'd have like 2 mana and Arcane Sigil, you know what I'm saying? It'd be super simple. And then you can still play the game, interact with it. You have lower health, lower other things, and then you can level up. And then when you level up from 0 to 1, which is also covered here in this little section, is you just add the pieces you're missing, and it tells you what pieces you're missing, and then you're level 1, just as if you started the game at level 1. It's actually pretty nice. And then we also thought it'd be cool in DC20 to really play that fantasy of going back to your backstory when you first pick up a sword, when you first had the, I'm gonna be an adventurer. That, you aren't even a class. So a novice character, there is no level because there's no class chosen. You can't have a level unless you choose a class. You are just a novice character. Novice characters are literally like commoners who decided to go be an adventurer, and they just have one step forward. They have no stamina, no mana. They have a cantrip, a maneuver, but they can't have both of them. They have to choose one. So you choose a martial novice or a spellcaster novice, and you are literally baby spellcaster, baby martial. Super cool, super fun. So yes, I'm introducing a new concept of a novice character there. So there's a little sneak peek. That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get. No, they do have 4 action points. I did not nerf their action points, right? That's funny. So heck yeah, there you go. And then, we gotta get caught back up with the super chats. Dustbreaker, hey coach, reporting for duty. Thank you for everything. hey, Dustbreaker, you're in, baby. Good news. I got hired for a new job today. Also, does Bless work with concentration checks? Yes. All D20 checks, baby. All D20 checks. Let's go. And then congrats on the new job. Freaking let's go, Dustbreaker. What killing it, Dustbreaker. And then Brian Trump. Oh, Brian Tump. Brian Tump. No R, LOL. I was like, what? Common mistake. I'm a patron too. Hey, Brian, let's go. Brian, let's go. Freaking Brian, message me on Patreon, dude. That's so cool. And say that, hey, you told me to message. What's up? Path of Most Resistance. Path of Most Resistance. Freaking huge super chat. Thank you. Watching the game evolve from your work in 5e into new awesomeness that's been thrilling. DC20 is truly inspired and inspiring. What is most awesome? How genuine your own excitement is. It's infectious. I think what's funny is I actually, while reading that, I probably came across as genuinely excited for even reading this as well. So I appreciate that. I genuinely love this and making this game for you guys. It is so much fun to do and talk about and share. And anytime I have an excitement announcement to make, kind of maybe like the one I just gave just now, it's a freaking exciting time to kind of share some stuff with you guys. So heck yeah, let's go. Appreciate that, dude. Appreciate that. Okay, so and then so Claudio, good point. It's all checks. It's all checks and saves. So the wild magic roll is not a check in any way. It's just a D20 roll, just like a fate roll. It's not a check, you know what I'm saying? So checks and saves, yes. Good point out there, Claudio. Very well done. Claudio's next level, man. Claudio's so next level. Okay, we're back to questions. Okay. Jekyll Geek, question, what are gremlins good at? Gremlins are mischievous, and they like to scare people. They like to somewhat be sneaky, not necessarily as much of an ambusher as like a goblin would be, but they definitely have some stealthy animalistic type tactics. Climbing, they would sneak up on you by climbing up into a tree and dropping down on you instead of like jumping out from behind something, you know what I'm saying? They have some beast type tactics that can do that. Gremlins, they are able also to depending on what type of gremlin, what the bestial adaptations that specific gremlin has, there's things like dark vision, things like climbing, like I just talked about, natural weapons with little claws, all that kind of stuff. And gremlins are come from halflings in that way, so they have ways to incite fear in others and scare people in that way. So that's all I'll say about gremlins right now. But that's also still a developing class, as developing ancestry, as we keep coming through it. So heck yeah. Oh my gosh, Path of Most Resistance says, that's what I'm talking about, the energy could power the Eastern Sunbone. What's so funny, Path of Most Resistance, you just gave me a flashback. My son, right now, currently, my 4-year-old, if anyone's seen him on a stream before, my 4-year-old, all the time, if he's ever excited about something or gets something, like yesterday, I was like, here's your chicken nuggets, buddy. And he's like, that's what I'm talking about. He just always, that's his catchphrase right now. He's like, that's what I'm talking about. Anytime like something goes his way, or like, yes, so that's what I'm talking about. And that's kind of how he phrases it too. Like, that's what I'm oh man, yeah, that's great. Oh man. And then Libra area. Library? Is that a secret code in your name right there? I'm going to run my next game in DC20. I have a player who wants to play a robot cowboy with a lever action gun. Any plans for that kind of weapon? A lever action gun. Lever action. I don't know. First of all, I don't know what lever action gun is, so that's maybe eluding me right there. But you could absolutely take the crossbow with a reload property and make that a thing. There are going to be gun rules in DC20, but in a supplemental material down the road. There's going to be some sort of misfire type of component. There's going to be all that stuff. So absolutely, you could make that. Use the custom weapon system. Give it a reload property. Bang, done, right? Literally. That's super awesome. Robot cowboy, I love that. And then and there is a construct. Ancestry is also a thing as well in the future. Lightning, hey, popped in. What's going on? I just had your gender reveal. I'm gonna have a girl. Whoop whoop. Oh man, congrats, Lightning. Congrats, Lightning. Yeah, that is awesome. That's awesome. Girl. Oh, having a girl. That's one thing I'll never know. I'll never know that. I just got 2 boys, and that's it. And we're done. So I'll never know what a girl dad's like. So that's awesome. I'm excited for you, dude, for real. Congrats. Kyle Doring, love it. I started my PC at level 0 on my DC20 game, and they're almost level 2. Are you going to reverse Scion magazine with subclasses level 3? Oh yeah. Re-release. There you go. Yeah. So no. So the Scion's not going to, any class that's released in a DC20 magazine is not going to then therefore automatically by default get released with the rest of the game. The priority is DC20's core rules. That has to be the priority. And I don't want to stop and like work on the Scion and work on the subclasses and work on all this stuff, because dear God, the amount of hours that it would take to flesh out a Scion, go through the subclasses and stuff, all the type of stuff that would be with a Scion, the amount of time that it would take to do that would be taking away from the core rules. And I just don't think that's fair. So there will be some stuff worked on that. Scion will get an update and it will get a re-release for sure. But I probably think the re-release of the Scion would come along with also like level 5 features as well. So whenever the Scion re-releases, it has levels 1 and 2, of course, some class talents, and then subclasses and the 5th level feature, maybe the 8th level feature, and there you go. So then it would be like, oh, now we have the Scion ready to go, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Scion still will get some love, but I just don't want the Scion to trump the health of the game, if that makes sense. So heck yeah. Salty Coast Dragon, thank you for the super chat. Cheers. Will there be yellow, orange, gray, and purple dragons in your bestiary book along with gem dragons? Also some kind of dragonborn type of species race. Also congrats. Thank you, Salty Coast Dragon. And I can see you love yourself some dragons. So I will say yes, there are yellow, orange, and purple dragons. Yes, along with the green, red, blue, etc. dragons. So there's that for sure. And then the dragon lore is going to be a bit different as far as how dragons are spawned into existence, how they operate, how they work, the definition of a horde, and what they do with things. So there's that. And gem dragons. There's just as many gem dragons as there are ice dragons, as there are bark dragons. Bark as in wood, like tree bark. You know what I'm saying? As swamp dragons, freaking lava dragons, you get the idea. And then some kind of dragon. There is going to be templates for monsters. You can just turn a monster into a dragonborn. So if you wanted to take a bear and turn it into a dragon bear, right? Imagine a bear that's just like a scaly, thick, stocky dragon. It has no wings, or maybe it has wings, but it's not even close to being able to fly, and it's just boom, just a massive, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, penguin dragon. I see you, Last Second King. I see you. Yo, bear dragon goes hard. Triscuits. I love Triscuits. That's funny. So yeah, there will be templates, right? So there's that. And then next question. Don Denisimo. Question. New member. Hey, welcome, Don Denisimo. Are there any plans to incorporate intelligence into combat beyond analyzed creature? So analyzed creature, knowledge checks, analyzed creature. There's one else slipping my mind, but it's going to be implemented in a way that is fleshed out enough for people to be incentivized or rewarded in investing in learning about the monster. As I told in the story where Bria Iyengar used the analyzed creature check with one of her action points that led to some crazy epic some stuff there. So yeah, that is on the docket, and I want to make sure that intelligence and charisma checks and stuff are relevant. They are going to just be naturally weaker in that way than something like escaping a grapple or grappling somebody, shoving somebody. Certain attributes are going to lend themselves more to inside, outside, or a neutral skill challenges and stuff. Intelligence, for example, is great with skill challenges because it gives you skill points and they'll be able to, all that kind of stuff. So, heck yeah. And then Alice, I'm gonna mark these with my purple. Okay, Alice, do we have a timeline for the 100 monster book? I don't say dates. I don't say dates. What I can say is things that are happening. I just officially hired a full-time artist to the channel. And it's not even really the channel, to the company at this point, to DC20. DC20 now has a full-time artist, which is a crazy cool thing for both us and the artist, Lorenzo Papazzini, the guy that drew all the character artists, drew the covers. Yeah, y'all have seen his stuff all over the place, right? So that's gonna be, and there's a guy, Paul, who's gonna be doing a ton of monsters too. I'm commissioning 10 monsters at a time. We already have a ton of sketches. I might showcase them next live stream if I remember. But yeah, monsters are in the works. I also have a massive document of a bunch of monster inspiration stuff. So yes, monsters will start to dial up after 0.9 releases. That's just to throw that out there. 0.9 is literally my single target focus. I gotta focus a lot on 0.9. If I don't heavily prioritize 0.9, there's so much going on with subclasses and there's so many things. Months could go by, and then finally 0.9 releases. I want to get 0.9 out to y'all in a reasonable time period. So I gotta focus on that. So that's the focus there. Thank you, Hydration Check. Fred, man, those water droplets really helped me catch that hydration check. Stefan Tomsky, are more ancestries planned? Can you give me an example? Do I go there? So just off the top of my head, Kobold, more dragon ancestries, which would be some sneaky spoilers into some DC20 lore. So I'll save that. But Kobolds are there. Tree ants, constructs, plasmoids, changelings, elemental born. I feel like I'm trolls. If you know World of Warcraft, trolls, like World of Warcraft trolls, not like trolls like bridge trolls, big ugly bridge trolls. Look up World of Warcraft troll. 100% gonna be a DC20 custom type of new slant in a new ancestry. So there you go. Heck yeah. And then Liam, if monsters had unique weaknesses, I would make analyzed creature way more useful. I could use to discern these weaknesses. Yeah. So Liam, that's where my head's at. How I use analyzed creature, whatever the analyzed creature thing says currently in the game, how I'm pushing the play testing of it is straight up telling you mechanics of the monster. Like, this is how the monster functions. This is its weakness. This is its features. Whenever this happens, this happens. I show my hand in some ways because I think analyzed creature is that cool and can really be next level, right? And you can also, the DC can change based on the encounter DC or whatever, so you can hide it more, make it harder if you want. And then Matthew Fairweather, thank you for the 5 gifted Dungeon Coach memberships. Let's go. Oh man, all right, I gotta go back and get caught up here. Matthew Fairweather, welcome to the team. Thank you, Matthew. And then I gotta come back up. Whoa, I gotta come back up. All right, Don Decismo. Coach, you and your team are fantastic. Thank you so much for all of this. I'm having a ton of fun making a Kobold Spellblade trying to outdo Dragonborns. Any advice on using intelligence well? Interesting. Using intelligence well. I mean, honestly, the intelligence thing is you're gonna shine in skill challenges, and there's so many different opportunities for skill challenges. Of all kinds, across all aspects of the game. I use skill challenges a lot, and if you watch my campaigns and stuff, you'll be able to see that more, and I can probably make some more videos on that too. But intelligence is you're gonna be great at skills, and you're gonna be able to shine in those skill challenges a lot in that way as well. And then I mean, as far as in combat, it's intelligence gives you the skills to be able to do stuff in combat, and there's the analyzed creature and stuff. But I would just say focus on, you know, more so the Cobalt Spellblade aspects of it, you know what I mean? And just let the intelligence be your role play and skills and stuff, right? Love that. Liam with a super chat. Could we one day get more weapon properties? I like the ones involving disarming, hook sword, and the return whips and tethering. Oh yeah, 100% Liam. That's actually slated. We have it slated right now to be a DC20 magazine of just to have a whole bunch of wild weapons, like a bunch of crazy weapons that do some cool stuff, like a sword whip, like a sword that turns into a whip and stuff, which you technically could do that right now, you know. But yeah, some wild ones for sure. And then Daniel Crawley, the Ranger's Hunter Strike snare effect requires physical save against being grappled, but the feature doesn't specify how the creature can get out of it later. Oh, so it would be they'd have to escape against your save DC, right? So you'd grapple them with the thing, and they'd have to make a check. I would also rule an attack check they could make as well. They could make a martial check or an attack check against to free themselves from the grapple. But I'll make a note right now. That that's not clear, because that's definitely something I want to be clear. So what would I say there? So Ranger snare effect, level 2, how to escape grapple. Good feedback there, Daniel. Appreciate you, dude. And then Wheeler with a huge super chat. Thank you. Will the shifter class be akin to playable lycanthropes, or will werewolves and be something separate? So you absolutely, another great reason why you could play a shifter or multi-class into a shifter or. So you're going to be able to play the class fantasy of a lycanthrope through the shifter class. Yes, another great reason why I think the shifter absolutely should be a core class, right? Not a core class, the core rules, you get the idea. But there also will be a lycanthropy system. There will be a vampirism system. There will be a hag and a mummy and a lich and all these type of things, systems in the game as well. So really yes to both ultimately. And then Liam with another super chat. If monsters had unique, yeah, that was the one I just got. And then Corey LaFrance, I ran 2 sessions for my players with DC20 and we all loved it. Being a forever DM, it has got me pumped. Love the monster blocks and making monster blocks, combat system, action economy. Let's go, man. Corey, I'm telling you, dude, there's towards the end of my D&D stint, I was like, man, I want to be like player like this. Like making monsters, especially while I was making DC20 and still playing D&D, which is a weird place to be in. I was like, man, I just love making DC20 monsters. So honestly, the entire back half of my Curse of Strahd, I was making DC20 monsters. They had action points. I was spending it was so much better to build and play and do. It was much better time. So glad you're feeling pumped up there too. Appreciate you, Corey. That's awesome. And then Logan, will we be getting playable plant races? Yes. Treants. I have a Treant. In the first playtest I did with Trent Monk, he played a Treant, a plant person. They have fire. Spoilers. They have fire vulnerable. They have fire vulnerability 1. So watch out. They can get caught on fire. Watch out. So yes, that's a plan for sure. Will there be a DC20 team highlight video? Thanks, team. What do you mean team highlight video? Kyle Doring, what does that mean? What is a team highlight video? I'm picturing like a sports video of people like dribbling a basketball and shooting it and making a bunch of shots, like that type of team highlight video. So what does that look like, Kyle? Matthew Fairweather, Changeling equals the ultimate thief rogue, loving DC20. Hey, hydration check. Yep, there you go. Thank you. Absolutely. I mean, Changelings are so awesome. And they're going to fit into the lore of DC20 perfectly for lots of other reasons there too. And then Rex Room, how much priority is being put on adding the The shadow ancestries. And do you think more lore bits will be unrevealed prior to launch? I'm more invested in what's to come. Love what you're doing. Appreciate you, Rex Room. Yeah, my same default approach, just to get y'all in my head. 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, subclasses. As soon as the subclasses get hammered out, I'm going to expand and start building out more things. Because as soon as subclasses are launched and 0.9 launches and get you guys subclasses so I can get the level up to level 4, whoo, that's huge. Because people can truly start to do campaigns now. Because at level 4, I mean, you can hit level 4. Like you double the player. You're level 2, 4. You can double. Like you can do so much. And with the release of the level 0 stuff, you could truly start a campaign with DC20 because those will be out at the same time, right? Absolutely. So that's a huge win for the DC20 community. That's a huge priority. After that, 0.10 spells. Level 5 features, shadow ancestries, like what you're talking about, the cursed ancestries or whatever, right? The 4 new ones added, those types of things. That is when all of those will start to be developed. And the level 5 class features and those 4 ancestries will probably be a 0.10 thing, released with spells and whatnot. So heck yeah. And then what are your concepts on extra planar creatures that planes of existence? Pete F, man. I think my number one passion in lore are the planes of existence. I am fascinated by them. I have done multiple videos on them on the channel. Search the Dungeon Coach planes of existence. I have so many. I have the wild lands, like the beast lands. I think that's what I call them. The outer planes of existence, like the astral, all the astral stuff. Did a whole supplement on that. Limbo, not limbo. Yeah, limbo. All of these different. I love the planes of existence, right? So yes, the planes of existence, big, huge, all the different planes around the outside and all this stuff. Yeah, if you're familiar with the Great Wheel, is that what the orientation is called? There's going to be a DC20 version of that for sure, and extra planar creatures out the wazoo there as well. So heck yes. Like when DC20 was released, highlighting the team. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to talk to them to see if they're comfortable being filmed on camera and all this other kind of stuff. But I absolutely want to be able to kind of showcase and highlight some of the stuff, even if it's like bring in one of them on for live streams and stuff, and us being able to kind of talk about things. I think that'd be a cool thing to do as well, for sure, moving forward in the future, especially once DC20 is released. I think that would be a cool thing to do there too. So yes, Kyle, I see what you mean by the highlight reels. Path of Most Resistance question: how do we advance? Did I miss the XP advancement rules? Oh, right now it's just milestone. Honestly, you should, even if there was an XP system, which there is an XP system, but I'm not releasing it until like 0.12 or something, right? Even if you did use the XP system that I have currently, that's even somewhat built out, even if you did use that, you shouldn't, because you'd level up and then you run out of levels. You know what I'm saying? So right now, especially with there only being 2 levels, you should do milestone, and you should purposely slow roll it, and then get to the, you know what I'm saying? So heck yeah. And then Ironside, I'm just so pumped for DC20. Gosh, y'all, it's just so cool to see so many of y'all just like, I freaking love this game. Like, oh man, gosh. I'm so pumped. I just wish you could get the hyperbolic time chamber. Dragon Ball Z, I know you. I see you. So we could have DC20 tomorrow. What? Oh, like the full game? Oh, I could go get in the hyperbolic time chamber and just keep working on the game, and then I'd come out and then it'd be done. I see what you're saying. That's funny. I love the DBZ reference, as you know. So heck yeah. And then that's funny. All right, cool. So we are now in overtime. I'm going to do my last 5 minutes of overtime. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can in rapid fire. I am really working on this to try and answer these as quickly as possible. So I'm sorry if I blaze over your question too fast, and if I do and you still have questions, hopefully I address something of it and you can ask it again later in next live stream. But I am working on trying to be more efficient and concise with my question answering, especially, and this is my good time to do it. So here we go. Here we go. I'm going to set my alarm. Bada bang, bada boom. It's going to be the beeps when it goes off. All right. Andrew Tucker, in your opinion, how physically strong a character with -2 might? For example, I'm assuming lifting 10 kilograms object is hard and 20 kilograms is near impossible. So I don't know what kilograms are, really. I'm from America. So in general, there's going to be an encumbrance system. There's going to be all that type of stuff that's going to be in the game. That's going to be a 0.12 thing as well as far as encumbrance, because people probably won't even use it. So if a character chooses -2 might, I don't ever have them be like, oh, now that means you can't even tie your shoes or pick up your friend or anything. You can't grapple anybody. I don't do any sort of weird, just like with a -2 intelligence, I don't have them be like, oh, you can't read. You know what I'm saying? I let them choose how much they want to role play, how weak they are, right? So ultimately, you just have a -2 on all those checks, so you're 10% worse at those things if on a dice roll because it's a -2 instead of a 0, right? So I don't heavily enforce that too much because in general, encumbrance is not something that's heavily enforced unless it comes down to like I wanted to play a role where they're trying to do something ridiculous. I've already spent too much time answering this question. I suck at this. Simon Snow. Are there any efforts to keep new people coming in since the pivot from YouTube and game dev on DC20? Anything can be done to help word of mouth? Simon Snow, all the other DC20 YouTubers. There has been a ton of people that have stepped in and stepped up to make DC20 videos. And now more DC20 videos are being made now than ever, even with me taking a step back and kind of slowing things down, focusing on the DC20 and making DC20 instead of focusing on making YouTube videos. So that's that alone. And I guarantee as DC20 gets more and more established and more finished, more and more YouTubers will pick it up and take it and go and run with it. Even examples of bigger channels probably not doing stuff with it because it's not. Colby from D4 Deep Dives, he's straight up said, now don't quote me on this, and obviously he can do whatever he wants, and if the time comes he might not do it then, but he has straight up said as soon as DC20 is done, he's going to make a class build video and see how it does on his channel, and if it does well, he's going to make more. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great example of Colby is a big time player in the YouTube space, and it genuinely doesn't make sense for him to make a character build video right now because there's only levels 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? So if I can spend my time focusing on building out the game and finishing the freaking game, then it will blow up faster than if I was like, hey, YouTube videos, hey, when I should be making the game, right? Man, I really suck at this. I need to answer questions faster. Question, when will the 4 new Ancestors be released? I talked about that. Gamer Academy, and that question was from William Riddle. Gamers Academy, what's your favorite monster in DC20? Oh, man. So far, it's been real fun to play the Cackle Beast. A Cackle Beast is a DC20 unique monster. I played it in a campaign. My players fought the Cackle Beast. It's like it's like a zebra meets hyena meets, yeah, those two combined. And then gamers, Caleb Fastnat. I'm a first-year teacher, and I started teaching English Comp 1 as a graduate teaching assistant. That's cool. My teacher. Gotta love me them teachers. Let's go. Appreciate it. The teacher hype. Vapora Light. Are you going to see Artificer anytime soon? DC20 magazine sneak peek in a month or 2. Caleb Fastnat, Nathan Bowie. Of the existing classes, what's your favorite to DM and play for? Oh, I mean, I love clerics and warlocks because I get to be a patron of some kind. I get to kind of mess with them in some way, so I do love that. Yeah, I'll say that, and that's more so from a role play perspective. But right now, I might even just say cleric, just because of them reaching out to whenever they do their blessing. I do love to add in a little bit extra role play from their deity's perspective. So, heck yeah, there we go. And then we caught up on questions here. So pumped for DC20. And then while I'm answering these last of the super chats, everybody say something in the chat, and I'm gonna do the giveaway. The giveaway at the end of the stream for a copy of DC20, and if you're a Kickstarter backer, then you get extra stuff. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to say something that you just have to type something in the chat, any word, any letter, any number, just so that Nightbot knows you're here and you're not knows you're here. It's like a roll call. And then I'm going to answer these questions and do the giveaway. All you have to do is type something once. You don't get more chances if you say more things. Played a one-shot with 6 to 13-year-olds. They played as animals. Beastborn ancestors allowed that to happen. It was fun. Ah, that's so cool, B. Oh, that's so cool. I love that so much, to know that kids were playing and they're just jumping in as animals and they're running around as animals. They don't even need a class. You know what I'm saying? They just be a bunch of animals. That's so cool. Oh, man, I love that. Pete F, DC20 plus Ryoku's guide equals kaiju penguins. Wow. Wow. This is another great example. I literally talked to Will from D&D Shorts 2 weeks ago, and we're like, hey, Ryoko's and DC20? And I was like, yeah. So that's super cool. But we can't do that. I literally told him I can't do it until I finish the game or get closer to finishing the game, so that my monsters in the levels and all this kind of stuff, right? So the game has to be done before that happens. And if y'all are talking about DC20 exposure to communities, that'd be crazy. So yeah, that'd be awesome. And then Marcus, Viniviculus, your focus and energy are invigorating, gives us a certainty of a great results in the end. Thank you for your honesty in your work. I appreciate that, Marcus. Thank you for that, Marcus. Ah, man. Marcus, joining the community, or showing some love from within the community in a big way. Joining, sharing some love, and super chatted, man. Appreciate that. Let's go. All right, so we are back now to the live, and we are going to winner. If you're the winner, message one of my moderators on Discord, and they will get you hooked up with everything that you need. Zachary Horny. Zachary Horny. You heard it right. Zachary Horny. You got it. Let's go, Zachary Horny. I love it. You want to play some DC20? Oh, he's ready to go. Oh, thanks, Troy. I appreciate that. So there you go. Zachary Horny. There it is. Bruh, no way. I see you, Zachary. So yeah, Zachary, go on to Discord. If you don't know where Discord is, just check the description of any YouTube video. Get on Discord. Message a moderator. Their names are in bright red. Be like, hey, I just won. And they'll get you an email. They'll get you set up, and we'll get you good to go. If you already have backed DC20 on the Kickstarter, then cool, there you go. And if you haven't, then we'll get you on there. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you up to speed. So there we go. That's it for this stream. Great little Q&A stream. Love these little Q&As. Sometimes I have announcements, sometimes I have things, but then, I gotta go back to the good old Q&As. So anyway, I'm gonna work on the fighter and wizard class right now. So stay creative, y'all. Love y'all. Think outside the box. Peace.